All right, today guys, as you can see, the title of the video is my get home bag contents. So I'm going to be showing you what I keep inside my bag on a daily basis. So this is a bag. It's not a bug out bag, which is something you keep for extreme emergencies. It has a ton more stuff in it than just this. But this is my get home bag. So I keep this in my truck at all times. And I take it in and out of my truck because I'd hate for somebody to break in and I lose all my stuff. All they gotta do is grab one bag and they got everything. So I take this in and out of my truck every day and I keep it with me. And the purpose of this is if you get stranded somewhere that's far away from the house, you have all the stuff you need to survive a few days if you have to go on foot, or if worst case scenario happens, you're stuck and there's a natural disaster and you have to leave your vehicle. This is just something you can have on you at all times instead of lugging around a ton of stuff. So this is going to be in no particular order, and I'm going to start from the bottom. I'm just going to snake my way through all this so y'all can get a good visual and see everything that I keep in my pack. So starting right here, I have some tape. It's just some regular old electrical tape. It's always good to have some type of tape in your pack because you never know what's going to happen. This is my main one. I got some duct tape, some Gorilla tape, all those stronger tapes. I keep those in the truck so I can always throw those in my pack whenever I need to. Next up, I got a compass. You never know if electricity is going to go out. You know, the grid these days is pretty frail, so I'm not putting all my faith in that. So I keep stuff like this, things that are very analog. So I keep this compass. So that'll help you get to where you have to go if you know how to use a compass, and if you can utilize a map as well with it. And if you look down here, it has like a small magnifier on it, so you can use that to see smaller words as well as use the sun to create a fire. Next up, I got a little bit of change, some quarters in here, because you never know when you might need some change. I might still be in my vehicle. I might need some air for whatever reason. My air compressor in my vehicle is not working. So I got some change. Lighters, pretty self-explanatory. You always need some lighters because you never know when you might have to start a fire or whatever. Next to that, I have fire starter. So this is from a company called Pro Camp Tech. I learned about this from a Canadian prepper, so shout out Canadian prepper. But this stuff is waterproof, it ignites fast, and it's wind resistant. After I saw him make a video of this, he lit this stuff on fire and then he set it on water and it was still burning. So after I saw that, that was probably back in, I don't know, 2020, 2021, I had to buy some of that. This is kind of big. I don't need this much, but I'd rather have more than I need. So that's a fire starter. Next, we're all familiar. I have a little Anker power bank right here. This thing's great. It doesn't take up a lot of space, like the size of a cell phone. And this can charge your smaller devices. If you're gonna charge something, you're gonna need your cords. So I got different cords for different purposes. Just in case I don't have a certain thing on me or somebody that's with me may need a certain charge, so I keep multiple chargers on me. Next, this is a company called O-Meals. So if you look over here, it says hot steam, caution. So this is a self-heating, fully cooked meal kit right here. So inside this is the turkey and chili with beans edition. And what it does is it has a pouch of food in here. It has a heating element. And all you need to, and it has like utensils, I want to say, and like a napkin or something in here. But all you need is some liquid. It doesn't even necessarily have to be water. You can use some dirty water because all this is sealed up. You can use some Gatorade, whatever it is. It just needs to be a relatively clean liquid so that the heating element, when it comes in contact with the liquid, it creates steam, and the steam cooks the meal inside, and all the steam comes out of this little hole right here. And you just set this thing up and it does its own thing. Open the seal, pour the liquid into the fill line, set it up straight, and let it do the rest of its thing. So this is great for emergencies, especially if you don't have anything to heat your food up with and you want a warm meal. So O-Meals, I would highly recommend. Next, I have just some tuna. You know, it's always good to have some tuna packs. I got a couple different variations of those because, you know, even if it's an emergency, it's nice to have some different flavors. You know, this is like luxury emergency. Next, I have just a simple can of sardines, and just another thing, so I can get some nice vitamins and whatnot from those. Next, I have a cooktop. So this is a propane cooker top. This is from a company called Coleman, as well as the butane propane mix cooker. So what you do is you grab this little guy and you just screw it on top of there, and then you can put like a pot or whatever you need on top of here. That way you can cook properly. So ideally you would want something like this. This is a I want to say this is a Stanley. This is a Stanley like 3-in-1. It's a cooker and it has cups and whatnot inside here. So this is a nice compact thing, and you just put whatever you need in it, and you put it on here. I mean, you turn this little black nozzle right here, flame comes out, you cook whatever's in there. So this is a nice setup right there if you have something that needs to be cooked that's not already cooked. So go ahead and move that off. I'm gonna keep on moving. Well, up from that, you see a water bottle, because we obviously know we need water to survive and stay hydrated. But down from that, I have some water hydration packs. So this is just a natural lemon lime flavor, just something to give me a little electrolytes, more than just the water can do. So that's gonna keep you going, especially if you're on feet, you need your electrolytes and your energy. Next to that, I just got a pack of post-workout wipes. So just something to clean your body off, clean something off if you get dirty or, you know, sweaty and all that grease or whatever. In the situation, you're gonna want to be freshened up. It's gonna be a nice morale boost. At least, man, get a nice clean wipe off your face, so it just refreshes you. Next to that, I have soap. Soap is good to clean with. We all know that. So we're gonna keep on moving on. Next, we're kind of getting into the first aid kit. So I got a ice compress. So this just creates instant cold. So you can put this up against your body if you have a wound or a sprain or whatever, and it can give it a cooling sensation to hopefully soothe that problem. Because the last thing you want to be dealing with is a whole lot of body aches. So this will help for certain applications. Next, we have the good old bandages. We all know about bandages. You got those, as well as a couple gauze packs. So those are great to have. Next to that, we got some triple antibiotic. We got some ointment right here. So if you get cut, then you can put this on your cut, and it'll shield it from dirt and debris and do its thing. Up from that, we have some ibuprofen, which is good, you know, for minor aches and pains. So that's good. So that's a small little aid kit right there. And this isn't everything. Again, I have a full first aid kit in my truck. So if I need to pull things out of that and add to this and then be on my way with my bag, I can always do that. So this isn't everything that we have, and this isn't everything you need. So be a little bit more thorough than just this right here. Next up, I got just some regular writing pads that I got back when I was working, doing my trucking thing. This is where I can leave some notes. I got the pens right here if I need to leave a note for somebody or whatever. I have enough pens and paper to be able to do that. All right, so write down from the bandages. This is another bandage. This is a really good wrap. This is called an Israeli bandage. And what it is, it's a very strong bandage with a different little setup in it. It has a hard piece inside here where you wrap the bandage around. So you can wrap it around your leg, your arm, whatever area of your body. And it creates a really hard and tight seal on it. So you don't have to worry about it moving. So that's great. Next to that is, as you can see, emergency thermal blanket. So this is one of those, you know, those shiny aluminum foil looking blankets that you see people use on planes or in extremely cold situations. So this is good for emergencies. This will keep you warm, keep you from getting hypothermia and all that type of stuff like that. This right here is just a cheap little plastic rain poncho. I spoke about these in one of my earlier videos, but this is just something to keep the rain off you. If at bare minimum, you have this little cheap little plastic one right here to help you out. Next to that, I have a thicker poncho. This is just a camouflage print. You don't necessarily need a camouflage print. It just looks cool to me. And I've used this many times. I use this more than this because I feel like this is more of an emergency. This is use it, it's more durable, and then repack it. This one has, this is a full body, well, all the way down to like the shins for me, and I'm 6 feet tall, so this is for basically full body, and it has a hood included. I want to say it has like a little hoodie pouch pocket in the front, if I'm not mistaken. So rain ponchos, these are great. I use these all the time when I'm out working, you know, just to keep my jacket that I have on from getting wet, because we've had some downpours down here in Tennessee lately, so these have been coming in handy. So next up from there, I have just a little regular knife. This is just an emergency knife. I keep a small emergency knife folding. I keep one on my person at all times, and this is just an extra for redundancies as always. Right here we have a Gerber multi-tool. So this is a great little tool because you got your scissors, you got a saw on here, you got screwdrivers, you got another knife on here, you got a file on here, you got a pick on here. It just does a whole lot. It's a multi-tool, so this is great. It's a great little tool. If you know, you know. It's not a Leatherman, but it's still great. It's a Gerber product, so it's going to get the job done. Next, I have a fixed blade. So this is a fixed blade. As you can see, that's kind of what the blade shape looks like. It's a Tonto. So this is the Cold Steel Recon Tonto, and this is made of SK5 steel. So this is a pretty strong blade. You can stab this through car hoods if you need to, so that'll let you know how strong that is. So again, that's the Cold Steel Recon Tonto. Next up, I have, in this little case right here, I have some Freedom seeds. And right below that, as you can see, I have a Freedom seed dispenser. So those are pretty self-explanatory right there. Totally unnecessary, depending on who you are. But this is 3-color, as you can read, camo face paint. If you're ever in a situation where it's really bad and you're out in the wilderness, the woods or whatever, and you're trying to evade someone to stay away from them, camouflage for your face. Pretty self-explanatory. So it has about 3 different colors in here. Let's see if I can open it. Yeah, you got 3 different colors in there, and the cheapest mirror on earth, but it'll get the job done, right? So just swipe that. As you can see, I use it before. You see a couple little lines in there, but as you see, you just swipe your hands through there and do your business and keep it moving. Next to the Freedom seeds and Freedom seed dispenser, I got some earplugs because things may get loud out there if you're in a sticky situation. And you can stick one of these, depending on which hand you're primary on, stick one of these in that ear and have another ear free. It may not be the best for your eardrums, but in a extreme case scenario, you don't want to have ear problems and not be able to hear what's going on right at the same time. So earplugs. Next to that, as I spoke of in another video, this is the Baofeng radio. So this I primarily use for for NOAA radio. That way I can know what the weather is looking like. But if you need to, in emergency case scenarios, even though you need a license, but in emergency case scenarios, you're not gonna be worried about a license. So if you need to transmit to a partner, a friend, a loved one, then you can do that with this. Another thing that I just like to keep, because sometimes, I just like to see things from far away. This is a set of binos, right? So we got some binoculars. Just, we know what binoculars are, so you can see from a distance. Binoculars. Next, we have, this is a balaclava. I like camo, so this is just a camo balaclava. Any color will do. I got tons of these in different solid colors as well, so it's not that serious, but a balaclava. Next to that, I have a beanie. It's cold right now, so I have a beanie. When it's not cold, I keep like a hat visor or something like that my head can breathe in. But since it's cold right now, I keep a beanie in here just to have for emergencies. Things get a little too cold. You don't want all that heat leaving off your head. Down from that, we have a headlight. So this is good for light, hands-free lighting. You might have some things in your hands, so you want to have that on. Got the flash, got a lot of different settings on there, so a headlight is always great. As I spoke of, this is kind of like a cooker, and you can take the lid off, and inside it you got 2 cups, so 2 people can use this. And right here I just got some matcha green tea in, just to have a little flavor, because just because things are bad doesn't mean you can't have a little bit of luxury. So we got some matcha green tea. Just put your water in here. Again, put it on top of your cooker, boil that water, pour it in your cups, and throw a little matcha green tea in. You're having a good time. Antioxidants, right? And up from that, you just got a nice pair of regular rubber gloves, because things might get messy. You might have to dress a wound. So you want to keep your hands clean. You want to stay sterile. So we have these gloves. So speaking of sterile, again, I have other items in my truck that I move in and out of this if I need to. If I have to leave my truck, I have some hand sanitizer as well. Next up, kind of next to the hat, we have a nice pair of wool blend socks. Wool's probably going to be around the best type of sock you can have. So we got some socks, because you don't want to have cold feet. You don't want to have wet feet, because that's going to get you sick real quick. So we got that. So up from everything, we have the main man right here that holds all these guys, is the Teton Sports backpack. I can't remember the exact version of this backpack, but I'll link this as well as all these wonderful items. I'll link all this in the description box below. But this backpack is great. As you can see, it has 1, 2, 3, 4 levels of zippers for different compartments. So I keep all this stuff organized depending on what type of stuff it is, right? So I have all this space in here. We have some nice padding in the back, right? So just because it's an emergency, you still want to be as comfortable as possible because things are already sucking. They don't need to suck worse. Next, in the back, it's kind of got like a shell where it keeps its structure. You know, if I try to push down, this thing's still holding its structure. So that's good for your back. So you don't have all those lumps and bumps in your back. Pretty sure we've all worn a pack or a backpack and you got some oddball items in there. It's like weird on your back. So this is good. This gives you some protection, right? As you can see right here, we got this nozzle. This is for a water pack. This thing comes with a water pack. So that's great. So it has a bladder on the inside. It's right here. I'm thinking about taking it out for me personally, just for extra space. But if you're one of the people that likes the bladders, this backpack comes with this bladder. If you look down here, you see this little orange? This is a clip. So this clips around your waist to hold the pack tighter to your body so it's not flopping all over the place. So if you have to maneuver, climb, jump, run, all that type of stuff, this bag isn't just holding you back. It's secure on your body. Also with this little piece right here, as you can see, this right here is a whistle. So you can use that as a whistle to call for safety or let somebody know where you are. So that's always great. Each side has a holder for like water or whatever you want. I keep a water bottle and I keep some other stuff in the other one. So that's great. So let's see, let's go down to the bottom. Well, you got some bungee cords too if you want to hang some clothes and let some clothes dry or carry some extra items on the outside. If you're out of space on the inside, you can do that. Down here at the bottom, this is one of my favorite things, rain cover, right? If you open this up, let's see if I can do this with one hand. If you open this up, pull this out. Come on. You have a rain cover. So if this bag's already pretty good, and if you look back here, it has a hole at the bottom. So if some water gets on it in it, it can always drain out here and it's not just pooling up inside your pack. But also before that even gets to that situation, you got this rain cover. You just pull this out and you put this over the entire backpack and it's covered. So now it's completely waterproof. So if you're walking in the rain or whatever, you have a completely waterproof pack. And this, on top of this backpack, with the poncho over this, your stuff is staying dry. You don't have to worry about anything getting wet. So that's another reason why I love this Tayton Sports backpack, because it holds everything I need. It's not a huge backpack. I have specific liters of this backpack, which is how they measure backpack sizes, guys. If you don't know, they measure them in liters. So I'll have the exact liter measurements in the description, and I'll have, again, all these items in the description. And there's certain items that I didn't get off Amazon, but I'll link similar things. But for the most part, I got most of this off Amazon. So that's going to give you a good price and fast shipping. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the video out like that, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Have a great day, stay prepared, and I hope y'all stay safe. Have a nice one.